Delivering water to your tap is the top priority for the Southern Nevada Water Authority. We're on the streets, underground, and in the lab each and every day, working to ensure your water's quality, reliability, and security. We even use some creative approaches to test your water with an extra personal touch. Under the Safe Drinking Water Act, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency sets strict drinking water standards for 300 million Americans served by community water systems. Here at home, Southern Nevada's tap water meets or surpasses all state and federal drinking water standards. And we want you to know the facts about your water. The EPA requires water agencies to provide this report to customers every June. Locally, this includes the cities of Henderson, North Las Vegas, and Boulder City, as well as the Las Vegas Valley Water District. Your water quality report includes test results based on hundreds of thousands of analyses and water quality that's monitored in real time, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Whether your water agency posts its report online or mails it, you can always request a free printed copy.
In 2016, Southern Nevada Water Authority scientists analyzed more than 56,000 water samples, which generated more than 287,000 test results. As part of that work, these scientists monitored for 91 EPA-regulated contaminants, which either are naturally occurring or man-made contaminants. They also monitored for more than 75 unregulated contaminants. This work helps the EPA track and prioritize these emerging contaminants for potential regulation. Our collection of this unregulated contaminant data by large water utilities like ours helps the EPA make decisions, develop regulations that provide real public health benefits.
We use cutting-edge technology at our water treatment lab to ensure the Valley's water meets or surpasses federal drinking water standards. Before water is sent to customers, it's treated with ozone, a powerful disinfectant that kills potentially harmful microscopic organisms that may be present.
Interesting enough, we use ozone in this plant, and only about 5% of the utilities in the United States do that. Ozone is a very, very powerful compound. Not only does it disinfect the water, kills off bacteria, viruses, etc., but because it's a very powerful compound, it also can destroy things like disinfection byproducts, pharmaceuticals, algal toxins, and other interesting compounds that we do research on, things that we're finding in very, very trace concentrations in the water.
To further treat drinking water, a multi-stage filtration system is used to remove particles. As water leaves the water treatment facilities, chlorine is added to protect it on the way to your tap. But some things can't be done with technology. Many people don't know this, but the SNWA has trained staff to evaluate the aroma and taste of drinking water, just like wine tasters.
To become a flavor profile panelist, I attended a week-long training course led by a seasoned sensory practice leader, where we were tested daily to meet sensory requirements. At the end of the training, I became certified in flavor profile method of sensory analysis and profile attribute analysis.
Flavor profile panelists meet weekly to evaluate drinking water in the Las Vegas Valley, including Laughlin and Searchlight. They look for consistency in the distribution water and note any inconsistency that influences the odor or taste of the water.
There are taste standards of sweet, salty, bitter, and sour at various concentrations that we sample weekly to keep ourselves calibrated. It is my job to actively participate in panel discussion and give an unbiased measurement of all water samples. Because of my level of training, I am able to determine discrete differences in the water that may not be evident to others, which rarely happens due to the distribution's consistency. Our findings help identify problems and water quality issues early on. For example, we had a sample come in that had a solvent smell to it, and we took it a step further and one of my colleagues analyzed to confirm that there was a solvent in there, but that it was below the maximum contamination limit. We made sure our partner organization was aware and found out that the reservoir was not in service, and it was not put back in service until all issues were addressed.
Samples are collected from throughout the valley and delivered to the lab each week. The water samples must be at room temperature before they can begin the panel. It's a process each panelist takes very seriously.
First, we individually smell the samples for total intensity aroma, known as TIA. Then we move on to taking small sips of the sample to rank it on a 1 to 7 scale, 1 being nothing and 7 strong. From there, we give different descriptor words to characterize the water. At the end, we composite all of the data, and it gives us a chance to discuss any discrepancies. Once we complete that, we move on to the next sample and start the process all over again.
Admittedly, not everyone likes the taste of our water. In fact, in addition to concern for safety, customers often ask about their tap water's taste. While it meets or surpasses Safe Drinking Water Act standards, either the taste of chlorine added during the water treatment process or water's high mineral content may not appeal to you. Put a pitcher of tap water in the refrigerator and add a slice of lemon or lime to your glass to make your water more palatable. And while you may prefer the taste of bottled water, it's less regulated.
It's true that water bottled in a plant must only be tested weekly, while the Safe Drinking Water Act requires daily testing of key water quality parameters of your tap water. And while it's true that your taste buds may prefer bottled water, the EPA reminds us that more than 25% of bottled water actually originates from municipal water supplies, just like your tap water. Let's keep in mind that taste doesn't equate to safety. However, changes in taste and odor can be an indication that there are changes in water quality, and our specially trained panelists can identify those issues in our systems before they become a problem.
And Southern Nevadans benefit from some of the nation's most reliable, efficient, and modern water delivery systems.
We are one of the few facilities in the United States who actually has a research facility incorporated with our compliance lab. We go beyond what the regulation requires. We're looking at things that might be regulated in the future. So we're looking for constituents that might be there, that might be regulated, and if we find them, then we attempt to quantify them and also attempt to discover ways that we could remove them in our treatment process.
To learn more about water quality and find a link to your provider's water quality report, visit snwa.com. Our labs are always working to deliver high-quality water to the community. This human touch is just another layer of quality assurance you can expect from the SNWA. Reporting for Waterways, I'm Jenna Nava.